I'm Janet Caputo, Communications Manager at Strobe Promotions. Today we have another exciting episode of our 5 and 5 vlog series where we explore a relevant promotion topic by asking 5 questions in about 5 minutes. Here with me to discuss today's topic, the evolution of digital promotions, is Steve Caputo, our President.
How are you?
And Rob Kaplan, our Executive Vice President.
Good afternoon.
So let's start with the first question. What exactly were digital promotions like 5 years ago?
So 5 years ago, when we were doing what probably then was called internet promotions or web promotions, and now we call digital promotions, everything focused on a microsite. Everything was about driving people from offline to online, and when they got online, it was a subset of a company or a sponsor's website, what we call a microsite. And the delivery mechanism to make people aware of that was primarily email.
And security 5 years ago was really based on offline security of instant win games and promotions. And it's evolved to being a whole new realm of security measures needed for online. And from the mobile side, from the text messaging side of it, back then, 5 years ago, text messaging really was not that popular. It was used on, the first one really to use it from the marketing side was American Idol, where it got picked up by a lot of consumers, and from there it's taken off.
What tools are marketers using now that didn't exist 5 years ago?
So let's start with where they were. The tools we said earlier, the microsite, the website, has now become what's called social media, Web 2.0, a more consumer-facing, experiential type of experience on the web. And what's been consistent through all that time, and we've always talked about it, is the fact that being online, brands being online, created a more immediate, a more interactive, and a more intimate experience with the consumer, one-to-one, if you will.
And in the social, consumers have really adopted your Facebooks and your Twitters and your YouTubes and dozens of other social media channels that are out there, to the point where there are millions and millions of fans on those sites.
Yep.
Marketers have also adopted event marketing with mobile. And you see this often during concerts, at stadiums, at events like that, where the audience is asked to text in a photo, a message, answer a question that might be on the board to receive an entry, or just for the fun of it to see who can answer it quickest and correctly.
Almost ubiquitous now.
Yep. And then on, taking that to the next step, as mobile devices have moved forward with the development of technology, we are seeing a lot more applications that are being built for the iPhones and for the Blackberries.
What issues are marketers facing today that did not exist 5 years ago?
Well, 5 years ago, the big buzzword was privacy. That's what the government regulators were involved with. We had to regulate opt-ins, we had to regulate emails that were sent out via the Camp Spam Act, via COPPA, which was regulating children and marketing to children and collecting children's data.
Privacy still is the watchword, but privacy takes on a different meaning now with social media, since you're talking about data that's being shared over sites like Facebook. Not only my data, but my friends' data, when I agree to allow sharing of data through an application. And that brings on a whole new world of who's monitoring it, where is that information going, and what is it being used for.
It's true that there are always legal issues governing promotions. There always have been, and I'm sure it'll continue in the future. But are there any other issues, perhaps technical, that are worth discussing here as well?
Sure. I mean, when it comes to running promotions, you always want to be secure from those consumers who don't want to be coming to your site in the sense of hackers. In addition, things such as the captures have become mainstream on the sites, which are the alphanumerics that you see appearing on the screen that you're asked to retype into the website in order to get access to that site. And those captures are meant to help stop consumers who've written bots and scripts to, again, flood your system, flood your site.
How has viral marketing changed in the past 5 years?
That, of all the topics we're talking about in this 5 and 5, it's probably the most visible. 2005, viral marketing was a telefriend. Probably not much more than that. It was the ability to email or automatically send a message out through a sponsor's site to tell one or two or a limited number of people about the promotion.
And nowadays, in 2010, there are different features in order to share content much easily across the web. There are applications like the Share This feature, where by clicking on it actually opens up a window to allow you to share content across 20 different social media sites all at once. It's much easier, it's less regulated, and it's quicker too. It just quickly populates throughout the web. Other things are, things such as a share link on Facebook. By sharing on Facebook, compared to the old days of the tele-friend emails where you would send an email from one person to another, by sharing on Facebook, I'm now being exposed that content to hundreds and hundreds of people all at once, who then can take it and share it to their friends, and now instead of reaching one who reaches another one and so forth, we're reaching again hundreds or even thousands of people.
Yeah, certainly exponential growth now takes on a more far-reaching meaning and reality with social media. Tweeting is another form of viral marketing, short-form soundbite sort of messaging that can go out there. And when you think in terms of a marketer and a marketer getting a message out, well, quite often tweet stakes, as they're called now, reward you for retweeting a message, basically telling a friend or telling a group of friends quickly and very often while you're mobile, while you're out on the road, about a marketing message, about a promotion, about a brand.
What's on the horizon? What's next? What's in the future for digital marketers and, digital promotions?
You can always look really smart if you answer this question correctly. What we can tell you is that what we see as we look a little bit over the horizon is the words out there being spoken are things called location-based marketing. That's things like Foursquare and Gowalla. I'm sure you're going to see a Facebook-driven application similar to that where people on the road from a mobile device can identify where they are through social network, telling all their friends where they are, and allowing them to meet up, allowing brands to push localized messaging out to them, and more.